All right, we love shooting these videos. Every now and then we make a mistake or you make a mistake, and we kind of want to rectify that mistake as quickly as possible with as minimal adverse effect on you as possible. And one of the ones we get sometimes is front frames. Let's walk through some scenarios where you might have to get a front frame off of an assembled box, the glue is set up, this is a done cabinet, and then you say, oh my gosh, I got a crack right here, I got to get this front frame off. We don't want to replace the whole cabinet box, we just want to replace the frame. Maybe one of our sales guys messed up and we sent you a frame that was configured wrong and we have to replace that frame. All is not lost. What our sales guy is going to tell you is, let's see if we can help you get that front frame off the box, and if so, we'll just get you a new frame. If you ruin the front frame trying to get it off the box, we'll just get you a whole new cabinet. Now, if you ruin the cabinet and the front frame, we'll just get you a whole new cabinet. So the first step is always, let's just see if we can make this work. Maybe it behooves you because the cost is going to fall on you if you made a mistake. Maybe it's going to help us out, but in the end, there's no harm in trying. So all you really need to do this is a block of wood and a hammer. We like these dead blows or maybe a rubber mallet. Don't start off with your big 16-ounce framing hammer. Try to have something that's going to cushion the blow a little bit. But all we do, I'm going to lay this cabinet down. All you're going to want to do is put this block of wood up behind the front frame and start knocking it off. And you want to start in a corner. So you can start inside the cabinet, or you can start, come this way, you can start outside the cabinet in this corner, which is where I'm going to start. You always start in a corner because you have the strength of this joinery here. Once you got the corner going, you can work it around. So let's see if this works. Okay, I can see I got a gap forming here, so I'm starting to get this off the corner. I'm going to work down this side here, see if I can get it off. All right, now you can see it really lifting off, and so far I've not done any damage to the cabinet. So I'm going to come down to this corner here and hit it again. Okay, you can see my gap forming here as I'm getting this frame off. I have to get a little more oomph on that one. Okay. Come down to this end and start up I'm all the way down to this corner now. I'm lifted all the way down in here. Okay. Okay, so I've worked around the box and I've got it about ready to lift off here. And you'll notice there's no real damage to the frame. I didn't crack it or break it or anything, so that's good news. You'll notice there is some parts of the cabinet box that have kind of ripped off, where the frame is actually ripped off and stayed connected to the cabinet box. That's actually a good sign. That means your glue bond did what it was supposed to do. And we're going to need to clean the face of this cabinet back up to receive the new front frame. So I want to talk you through that very quickly. All we use is a chisel. Just get a nice sharp chisel. You don't want to use your grandfather's dull one. You want to get the best chisel you can. And you want to just kind of work around the box and try to get that off. And it's going to lift off fairly easily. You can use either side of the chisel you want, but you want to get that chipped off. All your glue, you can scrape it off. Just try to get that all nice and smooth again to receive the new frame. You're not going to see any of this. This is all hidden in the new frame. So there's no real worry about doing too much damage here. You want to keep the surface smooth, but don't worry about going at that with a chisel to pry that off. Now secondly, you're going to see right here, I've got a spline that stayed in the cabinet box, and I've got all the splines that stayed in the front frame. You're going to need to reuse these splines. We can get you more of them, but you might want to just reuse the ones you have. So grab a pair of pliers and just lift that sucker out and save them all. And I won't make you go watch all of these, but they come out kind of hard, so you're going to need pliers. And then when you're getting your new frame ready to put back in, again, the frame's not going to come with those splines. Reglue your front frame, and you put the splines in with the 2 barbs into the frame and the 3 barbs into the plywood box. So again, 2 splines go in this way, and then when I tap my new frame back on, the 3 barbs are going into the box. So just make sure you have those oriented right. Again, if you throw those away or forget that step, your sales guy can get you more splines. It's not a big deal. And as always, if you have any questions, this can get a little scary for a homeowner. Oh my gosh, I'm going to ruin this cabinet. We'll talk you through it, take the stress off yourself. Again, if it's our mistake, we're going to replace the box anyway. So thank you for helping us out by at least trying this step before just claiming a whole new cabinet. You will be surprised how often you will build a cabinet, you'll set it off to the side, and a month later you go to install it, and that's when you find the crack. So it's not always you find this right when the frame is still wet with glue and you can knock it right back off. This happens more frequently than we'd like to admit. So thanks again for watching. Give us a call at 888-211-6482 if we can help you out.